welcome to the vlog. Today let's go over everything that I sewed in January. Of course I'll try them on and I'm going to go in order. Unknowingly I kind of built up 2 harder things throughout the month and I'm like really proud of myself for that. I feel like my own teacher. Pat on the back because I'm the student and the teacher. What can't she do? Wait, one more thing. Really important this month for you to know that we did a no buy patterns and fabric this month. So no buying patterns, no buying fabric. I used what I had and that's what made this month challenging yet so rewarding, just to try different things out. So I'll get into that, but just letting you know. I started the month off by choosing at random out of one of the patterns that I've thrifted in the past, and this is the one that I chose. McCalls 5948. It's a dress. I was really excited because I thought that it would be midi. Unfortunately, I did not have the fabric as I kept going to make it long. Here's what I ended up making. I added the bow. The bow was not part of the pattern, nor were the ruffle sleeves. Let me put this on. Okay, here we are. Here she is. It's a West Elm curtain that I thrifted, and then I did not have enough fabric to do these little panels. I used some gingham that I found in my arsenal that I thought that would look really good with the blue. She's really cute short. I love the bow detail. I feel very Alice in Wonderland in this dress, and as a matter of fact, I feel very much inspired by Alice in Wonderland a lot more than I had been before this dress. I've been looking at dress patterns that look like her actual dress, but we're not there yet. The only thing that really bugs me about this dress is how it's like kind of staticky. It doesn't necessarily lay the way that I thought it would, and I think that's because I shortened it so much. I don't think that it was meant to be so short, with the panels cutting off maybe like right around this area. Or maybe it's okay. It feels a little off, but I will wear it. Though I have a lot of experience sewing, I tend to always overlook the pattern matchup. And this one was kind of a fail. I have no idea what's going on back here. I'm not sure. I think that I might try to sew the seam. I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was gonna try to come up with something, but I do not have any idea what I'm gonna do. For the back seams, I just learned from my mistakes. And so I just wanna warn you about the pattern matchup, but I also want to show you the back seams because not everything is as it seems. So the theme was no buy, and a lot of pattern makers will put out a free pattern here or there, sometimes even monthly, which is absolutely amazing. I love to try those out, especially to share with people that might be just starting sewing. It's just really fun to practice. I've actually never patchworked and quilted something before, at least as intricate as this was, and I wanted to use like scrap fabrics. You would have no idea that I wanted to use scrap fabrics, in my opinion, with how great this little hood turned out. ADHD brain, my brain works faster than my mouth. What I was saying was, this is Spaghetti Western's hood, free hood pattern. Spaghetti Western's free hood pattern is what this was, and it's only one pattern piece. That's so amazing. And it's weird saying patchworking and quilting. Quilts are patchworked. To me, like putting batting in something and then sewing quilting lines over it can also be quilting, which I've done so often. I've just never patchworked material together and then also put the batting in and then sewing the lines, like quilting it over the patchwork, because it feels like that could get confusing. I lined the hood with a satin because that's supposed to be better for your hair, but it's also so cute, the blue with the greens. In my opinion, it fits a lot better when you put it towards the back of your head. The more that I look at myself like in the mirror and say, oh, it looks so much better whenever you put it towards the back of your head, it makes me think, well, bitch, because it's supposed to be like that. Like that's where you're supposed to put it. And I would be like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Cute. And then especially with a coat, tucking it in. Oh my gosh. Satin kind of pokes out a little bit, but let me grab a hat. This literally looks so cute. This looks so freaking cute with a hat. So cute. I'm so upset. Hey! Oh my gosh! I love it. I love it. It was so exciting to do because I challenged myself in a way. Even though it's kind of an easy challenge, it takes patience. And patience is a virtue. So freaking fun. Okay. Number 3 coming at you. Woo! number 3, we did another 50 cents. Okay, what did I get? I got it at a thrift store. I picked this up at a thrift store. I have a stack of them, which this month, without being able to buy any patterns, looking at them, I'm like, okay, I did not get the right size. So that is great and lovely and dandy and awesome, right? That's awesome for me. I ended up hyper fixating on this pattern because, listen, to me it's kind of ugly and just like basic and not my style. But I said, try me. Like, that's the thing about patterns. You make it for you. It's working for you. You're not working for it, okay? When it comes to patterns, let me give you a bit of advice. It's working for you. You're not working for it. That's important to know. Because it could be the ugliest pattern ever that you thrift, but it's your size, and you could say, hey, you work for me now, okay? So this is not what's gonna come of it, okay? Hey, you just wait, okay? So this is the beginning. This is the beginning, because to be completely honest, we kind of messed up at the beginning. I used an old bed sheet because I'm sustainable like that. I don't know the pattern like that, okay? I don't know the pattern like that yet, okay? Like I said, it was working for me. It was the first day on the job. I'm not gonna give the pattern like the most classified information, i.e. my best fabric, first day on the job, okay? So we had to try it out, and good thing we did because I messed up. It is cute, other than this. I put the waistband on upside down. So it looks like that. You know, I will wear this in the summertime. I'll fold over the waistband. Woo! It's got some good jiggle to it. It's got some good jiggle to it. Woo! Woo! I really do like the ruffle. Understand that when I made this, it was a fail. It was a flop. I will wear it, okay, in the summer whenever I might be getting like a little dirty, like taking my dog somewhere, but I still want to be like super girly. I can wear this because I ended up making way more skirts. But I will get the use out of this one. I'm not just gonna like throw it to the side because I do like the print and I think that it's cute and it's really airy and it's 100% cotton. So even though it's messed up, it's gonna be better than anything that I buy at like Target or honestly anywhere else. So we're gonna make it again. But I do want to say this skirt made me be like, wait a second, there is some potential here. There's some potential here that I want to share and I want to explore. And did we explore it in January? Hell yeah, we did. So let me show you what I made. Number 4. Number 4, here we come. Wow. Ooh. Do you believe in magic? Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. Okay. Now, can you stand up for a second? Let me show you this, okay. The sheets are Pottery Barn Kids that I thrifted. I love a good Pottery Barn Kids sheet moment. This just feels so good. The waist hits where it needs to hit. It's light, it's airy. I have the perfect amount of room. I knew that there was potential here and I am so glad that I saw it through. I have already worn this out, and that's one of the hardest things about sewing your own clothes is wearing it out. Just wearing it out. Sometimes having the confidence to wear something that you made out is part of the journey as well, like it has been for me. And I've learned a lot about that just this month, and I'm proud. I'm really proud. I'm really grateful for my fiance. He's my biggest fan. A lot of the times I'm like, you have got to tell me when things could maybe don't fit right. You got to give me some criticism because everything that I make to him is like the best thing ever. Okay, like everything that I make, he's like, yeah, Vogue, cover of Vogue. Karl Lagerfeld, Hiiii, bitch. And I appreciate the support, right? I appreciate the support so much. Finally, he told me maybe something looked a little bit off. He was like, I don't know about that. And it was the tie on the pockets. He was like, maybe you should have made them into bows. I put bows on a lot of my pieces so I can see where he would be just like accustomed to seeing bows. And then whenever you see the pockets, he's like, that's not a bow. Okay, babe. So this is the weird, oh, hi Phoebe. This is the strange pocket in question, which I can see what he means. I love the skirt so much that I wanted to make a matching top. What do you do with your free will? You just like make matching sets all day? Because that's what I do. This is a pattern from Puff and Pencil. It's a bundle actually because they sell the sleeve pattern and the collar and the bodice like a bundle. So that's kind of cool. there's an art to tying bows. This set together, what do we think? I love the blouse. I don't think that I would make this set again, like these two specific things together. It feels like a little off. Maybe not. Is that just me like thinking way too hard about it? It could be just me thinking way too hard about it. After this came what I like to think of as like the grand finale of this skirt series that I was doing unintentionally. I said like I'm doing everything in order because it's building up. Literally everything from the dress head scarf to these skirts led up to this next piece. So drum roll please. This skirt is such an icon. It is such a moment. I'm so proud of this skirt. Oh my gosh. This skirt was not planned, okay? Yes, the patchwork part was, but nothing else was planned. I think that if I had thought it out, it wouldn't have turned out so great. Trust yourself. I did the best that I could with the scraps that I had to make this patchwork happen in this color scheme. It worked. It worked so well. Even this polka dot material was scrap material that I didn't think that I'd find anything for because I'd already used majority of this sheet to make something else last year, so it just happened to be there. It just happened to come together so beautifully. This skirt is such a moment. This skirt and this project really helped me see what I'm able to accomplish when given like a certain set of rules, limited resources, and my own creativity. You saw what the pattern created for the first one and the second skirt. And then this one, the pattern didn't have bows. The pattern didn't have the patchwork. The pattern didn't even have the ruffle at the bottom. I added that from the very beginning. I didn't even understand like how these bows were gonna come together. I didn't know if like me making the panels, if like the right colors were gonna match up. I really trusted my instincts on this one. I'm so glad that I did, and that's what makes this skirt absolutely priceless to me, is because it came from not my head, but my gut and my heart. Like this came from my heart. It's a good representation of what happens when I just trust my instincts. As a designer, I'm starting to see myself bloom in pieces like this, because not every single piece I'm like, oh, I feel a connection to this, like I feel myself 100% in this, but everything led up to this one that I feel very emotional over. These are the kind of pieces that made me inspired to start sewing in the first place. This is a Pinterest skirt to me, something that I thought, you know, I didn't know if I'd ever be able to sew, and now I'm like, oh, I could do this a million times over. Oh wait, look at my girl spinning with me. She's amazing. But this whole thing's amazing, I love it. After I finished the patchwork skirt, I was set with that pattern. I did buy this really nice, it's LL Bean, I believe it's from the 90s, probably like late 90s, maybe early 2000s. It's still really, really good material, 100% cotton. It's like really thick. You just don't find those anymore unless you're like in a thrift store. So I got this and I love the color. I wanted to make it a little bit more fun with my personality, so that's what I ended up working on. I made a couple patches. I was feeling very proud of myself after the skirt. I was feeling very connected to myself after the skirt, so I made my two inner girls. These are me. This is the fairy side of me and this is the witch side of me. I'm always flipping back and forth between like my light side, my fairy side, and my dark side, my witch side, but at the same time, sometimes like my dark side, fairy side, my light side is the witch side. So it's like always just like fairy and witch. Feels very me, right? That feels very, very, very me. I've actually been wanting to try this on with the skirt, so let's see. What do you think? Like this is just a top that I'll wear on the daily, like doing anything, and it's just so fun and I feel very connected to them. It feels like both sides of my heart, both sides of me. I love it. So that's what I worked on after I worked on the skirt. That was number 7. The last thing that I made this month, I literally started it on the night of the 30th, and I was like, I have to finish this before the clock strikes midnight on the 31st, or else this is going to be considered February. Guess what? I finished it 10 p.m. on the 31st. I wore it to my grandfather's 90th birthday party on the 1st, and I love it. So, one second, here we go. This is the Bonnie blouse, my 5th or 6th Bonnie blouse that I've made since I got the pattern in December. It's by the good Murph. I think I got mine on Etsy, but you can get yours like on her website too. I applied to do the testing on the Patty pullover and I didn't get it. I think that was because I don't have like an Instagram presence. So I started an Instagram so I can do some testing on some patterns later. Hopefully, eventually, someday. I love the Bonnie blouse. Here it is. I love these prints together. I had always been like, oh, I can't wait until I find the perfect thing to use both the polka dots and the flowers for. And I said, we're just gonna send it. I was inspired. I was having kind of a drab week last week, and I said, we're gonna send it. This is what I'm gonna focus on. And I'm so glad that I did. I added this rickrack detailing. It's absolutely incredible that I'm able to do this in the span of 24 hours, if not less, because I had to work in there too. But this is gonna be so cute for spring. I have a lot of wedding stuff coming up soon, especially stuff that I'm gonna be sewing. I wanted to spend a lot of the winter making my spring and summer wardrobe because that's me, spring and summer. That's what kind of like I sew for. It feels so spring and I'm so excited for spring to come. I'm so excited about this blouse. What do you think? Okay, thank you so much for coming along. Thank you so much for hearing me out. I love ya, and I will see you later. Go get your sew on, and let me know your favorite pattern. Maybe I'll sew it this month. Bye.